Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of What's New on Xbox, your go-to source for everything Xbox and Game Pass. This past week has seen a couple of cool showcases from Nacon and Humble Games, and we even got some upcoming announcements on the next Silent Hill, Rainbow Six Siege and so much more. Today we're diving into the 15 brand new Xbox games that have just been announced, and a lot of these will definitely need to be on your own radar. With that out of the way, my name is Fletcher, this is Xbox Nation, and let's dive right into the games. First up, and more than 2 years since its original announcement, Konami has fully unveiled Silent Hill F for its Xbox Series X and S consoles. This is the first new mainline entry in the series since 2012's Silent Hill Downpour, and marks a massive and significant departure for the survival horror franchise. It actually represents the first time that a Silent Hill game will be set in Japan, rather than the USA town of Silent Hill. The plot setup is as follows. In 1960 Japan, Hinako's secluded town is consumed by a sudden fog, transforming her home into a haunting nightmare. As the town falls silent and the fog thickens, Hinako must navigate the twisted paths of the town, solving different complex puzzles and confronting some grotesque monsters just to survive. While the setting has changed, lead developers within Konami assured in a Silent Hill transmission livestream that this is still the Silent Hill that fans have come to love for generations. Next up, Ubisoft have detailed the changes coming to its evergreen team shooter as part of its big Rainbow Six Siege 10 update. Set to land this year on the 10th of June, the update will be headlined by Dual Front, a fresh 6 vs 6 mode with area control gameplay set on a new map called District. With the launch of Rainbow Six X, the game will essentially go free to play, with access to dual front, unranked and quick play modes, and the ability to earn up to 26 operators through progression. Some other big changes are also coming to the game, including a visual refresh for classic Siege maps, with 3 further enhanced maps rolling out in each future season. These updated maps will also include destructible items, more fluid rappel navigation, and boast better audio cues. If all of that sounds pretty interesting to you, there's a closed beta for Dual Front live right now up until the 19th of March, and you can play it right now on the Xbox Series X and S consoles. If you want nothing more than to wash grime and filth away, then look no further, as PowerWash Simulator 2 is on the way. Developer Future Lab shared the news on Thursday, revealing a full sequel to its calming 2022 power washing experience. Players can now power wash houses, signs, statues, and more. PowerWash Simulator 2 is also introducing co-op play during the campaign, including split screen and online functionality. That means you'll be able to play together with a friend, with both players keeping campaign progress. You won't be waiting too long to dive in and start washing though, because there's no exact release date right now. PowerWash Simulator 2 is still currently slated though to launch some point later in 2025, and can easily be one of the best Xbox games of this year for anyone who wants a cozy power washing escapade. Big Bad Wolf, the studio behind Vampire the Masquerade Swansong, has announced its next game, Cthulu the Cosmic Abyss. Revealed during Nacon Connect 2025, Cthulu the Cosmic Abyss is a brand new first-person psychological thriller set to launch on the Xbox Series X and S consoles sometime in 2026. The developer shared the first look at its upcoming narrative game with an eerie cinematic teaser trailer showcasing the playable character called Noah in a setting inspired by H.P. Lovecraft's universe. To give you a bit of an idea, in this game you take control of Noah, an agent of Ansal, a secret Interpol division specializing in occult cases, who is investigating the mysterious disappearance of miners in the depths of the Pacific Ocean. Alongside his AI companion called Key, Noah must solve complex puzzles, make choices that shape his fate, and resist the mind-corrupting influence of Cthulhu. It looks great from what we've seen so far, so get ready to dive into some despair sometime in 2026. Following on from the success of 2023's highly entertaining RoboCop Rogue City, publisher Nacon also announced the perfectly named RoboCop Rogue City Unfinished Business, aiming for a summer launch on both the Xbox Series X and S consoles. Unfinished Business is a standalone expansion for Rogue City, which means that while it's technically an addition to the base game, you'll be able to purchase and even play it if you don't own the original release. The official press release that I actually received mentions the following. To reach the top of Omni Tower, now overrun by elite mercenaries, players will have access to new weapons, brutal finish moves, and special missions. To be honest, this one sounds like a pretty straightforward premise on paper, but I'm sure that fans of Rogue City won't be complaining. That said, we don't have a price point as of yet or a release date. Are you up for more RoboCop, and are you a big fan of RoboCop Rogue City? Do your duty in the comment section below and let me know. This next game was also unveiled for the first time at the Nacon Connect, and it's called The Mound, Omen of Cthulhu. The studio behind Clash, Artifacts of Chaos, and the Xenoclash series shared the first look with a 2-minute trailer featuring online co-op gameplay and some horrifying monsters. This one is inspired by H.P. Lovecraft's novella, The Mound. Players in a party of up to 4 players will actually embark on an expedition to discover a legendary underground city, rumored to hold priceless treasures. From the trailer, it appears players will be able to use an array of different weapons to take down threats, whilst also surviving monstrous otherworldly entities that distort their senses and threaten your sanity and your lives. This looks like a pretty cool title in my opinion, and it's great to see some of these additional Lovecraftian inspired games. Again, there is no release date for this one as of yet, but I will update you all once we hear more. Indie game publisher Astragon Entertainment have revealed their latest game, Firefighting Simulator Ignite, and it's set to release this fall. As the name suggests, you'll be living your life as a rookie firefighter, learning ropes of how to respond to a call, using the proper gear, and how to use a hose, and so much more. The game doesn't have a proper release date yet, but for now, we do know that the missions will be stepping into the boots of a US firefighter and facing high-stakes missions that require skill, strategy, and teamwork. From rescuing civilians to battling complex fire scenarios such as electrical fires, grease fires, and more, Firefighting Simulator Ignite looks to deliver a thrilling and authentic experience. Teamwork also looks to be everything within this new experience, as whether playing solo with AI-controlled teammates or teaming up in 4-player cooperative multiplayer, you'll need to work together to contain the flames and save some lives. A cool little indie gem that has actually been revealed this week is called the Renovator Origins, and if you're a fan of horror titles, then definitely keep this one on your radar. The Renovator Origins is a first-person psychological horror game. You will have to explore the mysterious world of art, where each exhibit contains the mysteries and secrets of its era and its creator. The game is set to immerse us in the past and another world that is behind the paintings. I did a little bit more digging on this experience as there's not many details, and I found that you actually play as a son of a restorer, which is essentially a museum worker who's tragically died. While searching for the memorabilia, a door will suddenly close and strange things will begin to happen to you. It seems like such a spine-chilling and well thought out experience, and you could go ahead and actually pre-order the game right now on Xbox, as it releases next month on the 4th of April. Pipistrello and the Cursed Yoyo has now been announced for Xbox, and is a cute action platformer with presentation clearly inspired by the Game Boy Advance. This charming 2D adventure casts you as Pipit, a bat on a quest to restore his family's honour after his aunt is kidnapped. The official press release actually mentions that we'll be using Pipit's trusty yo-yo as a weapon. We will also get to explore a sprawling urban landscape, learning new tricks, and fighting rival crime bosses to restore your family's once powerful legacy. It seems like the yo-yo is the real core of the game though. By discovering new tricks, you'll be able to explore more and more of the city and utilise these moves in different combat scenarios. Of course, as well, you'll be able to unlock and equip a wide range of different upgrades and abilities that can alter the gameplay as you fight and platform through the game. If you're interested, a free demo is actually playable right now on the Xbox Store. The full game is scheduled for release on Xbox come the 28th of May this year, so it's not too far away if you want to dive into it. I'm not gonna lie, but this next game has easily gone quite high on my own personal wish list, especially as I've been looking for a more chilled and charming farming game. Everdream Village is a farming adventure game that promises to offer players a unique and immersive experience. It is actually set to debut on Steam Early Access in 2025, with plans for a full release on Xbox not long after this. The game looks to stand out though by giving players the ability to determine the growth of their own village through various choices and focuses. This is far from your typical farming simulator though. It's a vibrant world that requires players to engage in building, animal care, exploration, minigames, and just so much more. The game looks to encourage creativity and exploration though through terraforming mechanics, where players will be able to alter the landscape to reveal some hidden secrets. It looks like such an awesome little indie experience, and I love hidden gems like this on Xbox. What do you think of this game? Let me know down below. Get ready to start your engines and prepare for a nostalgic trip down memory lane. Pocket Wheels is coming to Xbox. This game is a charming 3D platformer and racing game that captures the spirit of 90s collectathon adventures. Think of the delightful blend of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater with the speed of a blue hedgehog, all wrapped up in a miniature world. If you're a fan of classic miniature racing games, you might have fond memories like myself of the Micro Machines series. Whilst Pocket Wheels takes a different approach, focusing on 3D platforming and exploration, it still evokes that same sense of playful miniature mayhem. You will essentially choose your favourite miniature ride and zoom through colourful, obstacle-filled rooms brimming with unique challenges. From spooky basements to flooded bathrooms, each location is packed with nostalgic vibes and clues that will lead you closer to solving the house's mysterious mysteries. I honestly can't wait to dive into this one, and you can wishlist it right now on the Xbox Store. Threads of Time is looking like a beautiful old school style RPG, and at this week's Humble Game Showcase they released a new character trailer. Threads of Time is an era-expanding turn-based RPG inspired by the timeless classics. We will get to embark on a journey through time, gather a party of charismatic heroes from across ages, and also uncover a plot that threatens to unravel the past, present, and future. The title is slated for release on Xbox and Steam, though no time frame was actually given at this event. Marrying the 2D pixel art with 3D backgrounds, it looks stunning in trailers and pictures alike. RPG fans have been really feasting lately, with a seeming return to the classic turn-based systems of the past. With Claire Obscure Expedition 33 and the Square Enix HD remasters, and even Suikoden making a return, it's looking great for you RPG fans. During the Humble Game Showcase, it was also revealed that Monaco 2 is officially set to arrive sometime next month. The co-op heist franchise is back with a sequel that will be branching out beyond PC and onto Xbox and other current-gen platforms for the very first time. The original stealth indie hit never made it to consoles originally, which means that the sequel is breaking new glass and ground. If you're unaware what Monaco is, it's essentially a co-op heist game where players will try to sneakily pull off elaborate heists that almost never go the way they're meant to. The fun lies though in trying to get away and as cleanly as possible, and how you'll respond when everything goes inevitably wrong. It's great to see a new game in this franchise, and it's awesome to see it finally come across to Xbox for the very first time. One final reveal from the Humble Game Showcase was for the cooking action RPG known as Town of Zoz. This game follows a reluctant hero, Ito, who returns to his family's farm and restaurant in a village after receiving a letter from his parents. After arriving, he discovers an ancient magical presence actually threatening the village and must look to restore the bonds of the community. Town of Zoz is currently in development for Xbox and is available to wishlist right now. If you're interested in the combat, it sees Ito wielding his trusty machete, with players slashing through and dodging enemies alongside companions that provide their own very unique skills. Meanwhile, Ito is also able to cook and prepare various meals that he can use to build relationships with townspeople as well as boost his own stats. If you're interested in this game but want a little bit more information, I can also confirm that it will include crossplay and co-op at launch. Then finally, Space Marine 2 isn't even a year old, and work on a sequel has already begun in what may be the start of a Warhammer 40,000 video game renaissance. In the least surprising news since the last super successful game that announced a sequel, it has been confirmed that Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 3 is already in development. The original 2011 game was only a minor hit, but the extremely belated sequel by World War Z maker Saber Interactive was one of the biggest single-player hits of 2024. As you might imagine, there's not a lot of information at this point, with the publisher Focus Interactive simply stating the following. Players can look forward to an immersive campaign, a multiplayer mode, and also innovations that will redefine the standards of third-person action games. To be honest, I cannot wait for a new Space Marine game, as it was easily my game of the year for 2024. You'll have to let me know about your excitement for this one down below. So, what game are you looking forward to out of these announcements? Let me know in the comments below. Whilst there, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more Xbox content every single day. Now, whilst you're still here, why don't you check out my most recent video on screen now, as I covered the 20 best free games you can play on Xbox right now in 2025.